Okay, so we are going, this is Python Unit 3, Part 2, and I'm going to go over, notice I have the code already pre-written to save time, and I just have it commented out, so the compiler totally ignores comments. So, first piece of code we're going to talk about is the for loop, okay? And remember in Part 1 we left off right here, this is where we left off at, and we're going to be talking about the for loop, and for loops just repeat the code over and over and over again until it's done. Here we have a letter F, and this is any type of variable. I could use the word name, I could use another letter, I could use whatever I want for this. And as long as there is a name in this list, it's going to keep looping. And it's going to start with the very first name in the list, which is Joe. Then the next time through the loop, it's going to come around and it's going to grab Zoe, and it's going to put it inside of F. And if you notice the next line, we have invite, hi. The first time through the loop will be Joe. Hi, Joe. Please come to my party on Saturday. The next time through the loop, it's going to say Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Please come to my party on Saturday. Okay. And we put that invite and we print out invite. Invite has that entire phrase in it. Okay. So let's go ahead and run this. And if you notice, it went through the entire list down here. It says Joe, Zoe, Brad, Angelina, okay, and so forth. It's going to keep going through this loop, grabbing one name from this list all the way down to Paris. Once it finds Paris, it's the end of the list. It does not loop again. It'll continue on. It'll pick up right after print. Any code here down, it would start running, okay. Remember, all this code is commented out, so we'll not run that code. That is how a simple for loop runs with a list. Okay, this is a list, what we call an array list, but it'll take one after the other until it gets to the end of the list, and substitute it for F as we go through. So I'm going to comment this portion out. Okay, and let's go down to the next one. Okay, so we're talking about the turtle program, and I need this one since that's with turtle. Okay, we're going to talk about this piece of code. Notice we input turtle. We go ahead and create a screen from turtle, and that's insert WN for window, and we change the color of that window by using the dot operator into light green. We go ahead and create an Alex, which is a turtle, okay, and we go ahead and use Alex for our code, okay, and we're going to go ahead and use the very first loop here. And we have a little for loop here. Remember, this main here is actually goes up here, but I'm going to keep it down here because we got some more code down here. Again, it's very important that you tab in for loops. Spacing is very important. Most programs use symbols to represent begin and end. Some use words, begin and end. Python uses indentation. That means anything indented is in that for loop, okay. So let's go ahead, and this for loop goes from 1, so I becomes 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then it's done with the program, the looping portion. And notice we move forward 50 and then we turn 90, okay. So this is just a simple way to run Alex, and notice Alex performed a simple square, and again, first time through the loop, I is 0. Has no purpose other than it tells Alex to move forward 50 and turn 90. Second time through the loop, I is 1. Again, Alex moves forward 50 and turns 90. Same way with 2, same way with 3. Once it hits 4, it jumps out and continues on with the program. Okay, now this is using a list. Anytime you see brackets, this is using a list, and it's going to use each and every one of these inside of the list. Okay. We can also use what we call a range. So over here I have it in comment. So I'm going to comment, I'm going to replace all this with range. Okay. So now we have I in range 4. Okay. The one thing about computer programming, you'll notice that this range starts at 0. So it's actually going to take 0, 1, 2, and 3, and it's going to go ahead and run through this until I hits 3, and once I hits 4, it's going to jump out of this loop. So let's go ahead and run this, and notice I have a square. Okay, it went through that loop. Okay, it went 50, turned 90, went 50, turned 90, went 50, turned 90. Okay, and this is much simpler than what we did in the previous video where we had to write like 8 to 10 lines of code to make a square for Alex. Notice I used 3 lines of code for Alex. Okay, so loops allows us to repeat code over and over and over again. If not, I would have to write this out. Each side has to be written in 2 lines. So it would have been over 8 lines of code just to make a square if I didn't have the use of a for loop. So for loop is supposed to make coding easier and allows us less typing. We don't have to type as much because we don't have to keep repeating code over and over again. We just type it once and it loops through it that many times. Okay. That is called range. Again, it starts in 0 and it goes to the end number, but not including the end number. So it doesn't include 4. So if I go 3, I'll just comment this out. Okay, the next one, let's take the comment out of this one, is you have 4C equals yellow, red, purple, blue. That's the list. And it's going to go through, and C is going to become each one of these colors each time through the list. C will be yellow, next time through red, then purple, then blue. And it's going to move Alex forward and turn 90 each and every time through the loop. So let's go ahead and run this, and notice yellow, red, purple, blue. Okay, so it did print it out. This is basically for loops. We use lists, and again, C will take every one of these lists. Once the list is full, it goes through the entire list, it jumps out of that loop. Okay. Another key element, don't forget to tab everything in. Everything needs to be tabbed in 1 for loop. Again, don't forget about the range up here. We talked about range as well. For I in range 4. Now this is going to include 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it doesn't include 4. Okay, it's going to loop 4 times because 0 counts as 1. And then 1 is 2, 2 is 3, 3 is 4. And then once it hits 4, it jumps out. It doesn't process it. Okay, so that is range, and this is list. If you have any questions, continue working on your code. Ask me in class. Watch this video again. Hopefully it makes sense. Have a nice night.